Lee Jones here from esports.net, and I'm with Carmine Corp's Vladi at the Red Bull League of Its Own event. And Carmine Corp have just beaten G2 in their first match of the day. And I know it's obviously like you could take it as like a for fun tournament, but that's still got to feel pretty good to beat G2. It looked like you were both kind of going for it. So yeah, does it feel like that was quite a good way to build some momentum and build some confidence?
Yeah. Um, I think both teams were tryharding, honestly, even though it was an event. I think both teams were giving their best because even though it's a for fun event, it's still a way of practice and playing on stage, which will happen in the LEC soon. So, yeah, it was a good feeling to beat the best team in the LEC. And yeah, we will keep going like this.
Sure. What was it like? Do you know if Yike was extra kind of motivated to get one over on him?
Yeah, I really wanted to win because obviously it's his ex team, and yeah, he like it's always a nice feeling to beat the your previous team. And like the moment we won, we were hitting Rexus. He was like really happy.
What was it like up against Caps in that match as well? Did it feel like he was going for it too?
I mean, I played cups before in scrims as well this year, or not this year, like this month, and I feel like I'm getting way better than my last split in the LEC playing against him. Like when I was playing against him, I was kind of choking and not performing very well.
Hmm.
But in scrims and even now on stage, I think I did pretty well. And yeah, it's always a good feeling to beat Caps or at least lane against him and do well.
Sure. And yeah, that's one thing I wanted to ask about actually about scrims. Well, I was going to ask if you'd started yet already. Clearly you have. But yeah, how's that been going then? You feel like the prep's going well for next year?
Yeah, the team is together for like 3 weeks. We were screaming. We did a couple of screams. Obviously, not as many as other teams, I think, because we have a lot of events. But yeah, the screams are going very well. The team is in a good mood. We are doing a lot of activities together, and I think it's gonna go very well.
Sure. Speaking of the events, then obviously you had the Carmine Cup event quite recently as well, and then this one, even though I know it's not a Carmine Cup event, but being in Paris, you guys are obviously like basically the home team.
Yeah.
Um, do you kind of you're still pretty early in your kind of professional career as well. So obviously, you've only still been an NEC player for half the season or even less. So even though you're still kind of early in that journey, is there a sense of, do you realize kind of how lucky you are, I guess, to be in that position where you're on a team that has these kind of events? Because a lot of the teams, they do just turn up to the Berlin studio every week, and that's basically the extent of it. So yeah, are there moments you have to kind of like pinch yourself to realize, what kind of situation it is playing for Carmine Corp?
Yeah, obviously, I'm 19. Like I'm the youngest mid laner in the league. Uh, so yeah, I think for this org as well, with so many passionate fans, and they are also fans that love every player they have on that team. Like it's a really nice feeling to see and have, and also I'm receiving so much support on medias as well, and I'm very thankful to play for the team.
Kind of looking ahead to the season now, to next season. Maybe just talk about a bit about the changes first. So obviously, Yike's coming from G2. Does that? d- I know he's still even like a pretty new player, like longevity wise. But does it feel like he's coming with actually a lot of experience now? Obviously, he'd only played for 2 years, but those 2 years were spent on the best team, and I'm sure he would have been soaking up so much from the likes of Caps. So does it feel like he comes in as almost like a veteran?
Uh, the way I see it is, if you if you play for in the LEC for 2 years, I don't think you should be considered a rookie or like a player that
Hmm.
doesn't really know much. I think 2 years is enough to grow as a person and as a player for the LEC. And also, obviously, yeah, Jack played in G2. He went in a lot of internationals.
Hmm.
He played a lot of games there. He played so many games on stage. So that, yeah, I think it helped him a lot, and I think he has some kind of leadership in our team.
Sure. And then Caliste coming in as well. So he's obviously in that. He's basically in the position now. It feels like that you were 6 months ago, where going from the academy up into the main team. Did it kind of like feel like it was maybe up to you to kind of like take him under your wing and kind of guide him through that process, given that you just done it as well?
Uh, Not really. I think this guy is just gifted, let's say. Like when I saw him, when I was playing in academy with him, I already knew he was a really good AD carry, if not one of the best. And yeah, I think he's proving it right now, and he did it in the LFL with me as well, where we won it. So yeah, I think this guy has a lot of future.
Wicked. Um, just on stream today, actually, Cadril, while he's been co-streaming the event, he had Reckless on, and Reckless was explaining how you and him were on like a scrim team a couple of years back with Finn, 113, and Comp, and then the two of you. If that team went into the LEC next year in a hypothetical world, where do you reckon you'd finish?
Honestly, I mean, I would say middle of the table. I don't think because we didn't play much, and I think it's been 1 year. Like
Sure.
we played in 2023 off season, I
Yeah.
think, and end of 2023, and we didn't play many games. Like we did probably 20 to 30 games. Obviously, we were not screaming LEC teams. We were the screaming ERL ones because the LEC was finished then. Uh, but yeah, I think we were having some good games. Reckless was new to the support back then. Like
Mhm.
it was his first steps, kinda, and he was really asking questions for Comp to maybe help him on what to do on the map. So yeah, I think he's proving it from time to time that he can actually be good on his role.
Sure. Maybe just one more question then. What's the aims now for next year?
Uh, I think this team has potential to obviously win the LEC in all of the splits. And I think we can also do very well internationally because I think Caliste is a really good player. I think Targamas is very underrated. He's getting a lot of hate outside in social medias. And yeah, overall, like the team is already mixed up or is starting to mixing up.
Hmm. Wicked. Maybe I'll just sneak one more in actually. Just given that this first the upcoming split will be the first, well, will be the only split really with the fearless draft involved. Um, how does that kind of come into prep preparing, I should say, for the split? So is there like, are you wary of kind of putting too much emphasis into that when it doesn't really apply to the rest of the season, or is it still something that you think is kind of worth getting ready for?
Uh, for me, I don't think it matters a lot as long as the team is having a big sample pool. And overall, we just see it as a normal change, and we are just trying to extend our sample pool. And I think it won't be a problem for us, and it will be fun for the viewers.
Sure. Nice one. Well, we'll leave it there then, Vladi. Thanks very much for the interview and good luck against Faker later on in the evening as well.
Thank you very much.
Nice one.
See
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.